Welcome back, horror lovers. It's the Jay Shrey way, but we're about to expand into the further. This is easily my most anticipated horror movie of the year. I am so shocked they announced this. It's Insidious, The Red Door. It's Insidious 5 if you've been keeping count. And this franchise is amazing for horror. I think Insidious 1 and 2 are just masterpieces. Insidious 1 was the first horror movie I saw in theaters, and it scared me to my core, man. I was shivering in my seat. And it sparked this love for horror. As I've gotten older, I really am comfortable and have fun with horror. A lot of people know James Wan for creating Saw, but there's also a handful like me that found love for him through Insidious, and that was like his first kind of classic. I really think Insidious, and then he made Conjuring. Those movies are kind of modern day horror classics. He went on to do a lot of good things after Insidious 2, and Insidious 3 was actually really surprising. It was a side story that we didn't really ask for, but Lee Wanell killed it as a director in that one, and then he went on to do some great things too. But then Insidious 4, The Last Key, was kind of looked like just some straight to DVD garbage. I mean, Lin Shaye came back, but that was the only reason to go see it, and it kind of was a big blow on the franchise. But an RKO out of nowhere, they announced Insidious 5 about a year ago, and Patrick Wilson, the dad from the first movie, is coming back with Dalton returning and Rose Byrne, the mom. The whole family's back in this one. 10 years later, Insidious 2 is 2013. That's been 10 years now. I am so curious about this movie, guys. I'm rooting for this movie big time. The return of the Lambert family, Patrick Wilson's directorial debut, Insidious, The Red Door, Trailer 1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dalton!
And he's old.
Are you ready?
We're ready to forget the further, once and
Back
for
to the
all.
roots. Wow.
My brain just been foggy past few years.
All I ever wanted was to be a good dad.
Dalton.
What?
Renee.
Who is that? Is that Dalton?
Did you ever try and get help?
Wow.
I'm just trying to push
This is
through.
trippy.
Why don't you drive Dalton to college? You still have a few weeks before your students show up, right? Just an idea to reconnect. I know it's been
Looks
tough
like they're at
with
a funeral, probably for his mom.
The balance of light and dark is what we're after.
You're in the art school, I take it?
Yeah. You go here too?
Yes.
Draw an experience that defines you.
When I was 10, I was in a coma,
God, so iconic.
but I don't even remember being sick.
Sink deep into your memory and let's see what light can find.
Was that him? Come on.
I'm seeing crazy stuff.
He's back.
I think these drawings could be clues from my past.
There's so much you don't know.
when I was too scared to tell you the truth.
Our family has been keeping secrets. They suppressed our memories, but I can still feel something following us.
There's only one way to find
Interesting.
out.
Man, so many callbacks.
Like I'm getting closer to something. Or something's getting closer to me.
When you awaken the
There
dead,
she is.
the further you travel, the riskier.
Oh,
your
they might
journey
have been
will
at her
become.
funeral. He's back. Yes. Not bad at all. It feels so good to be seen as an Insidious fan. I know there's a lot of us out there, but just seeing the 10 years later title card and all these callbacks with the little string and can from Insidious 2, that scene was so well done. In Insidious 2, whenever that lady was all wet and she's like crying in the muffled audio. Those first two movies, man, they have so many incredible achievements for horror. And I love they did the classic callback at the end with the red face lipstick demon is what they call him behind Dalton this time instead of the dad Josh. It's just all looking pretty cool, man. It looks like it's gonna rely on a little bit of nostalgia, but they're saying stuff about dark secrets, and there's already been so much in those first two movies. Spoilers for the past movies, but the twist in Insidious 2 of Parker Crane and the Woman in Black and all these revelations you get, there's already so much we've figured out and dug into with the family, so I don't know how many more secrets we can get. I wonder if Lin Shaye's returning. That was some archive footage of her, the video of her speaking about all the shit they're experiencing. I don't remember if she died in the third one. I know one of them was a prequel, but her and then Tucker and then the other guy, the little nerds, one of them was Lee Wanell, who directed the third one, but yeah, I can't remember. I think they all survived, because I remember I kind of got sick of the happy endings. I have to say, it looks a little low budget, but the original one kind of had that look too. I'm just happy that they're making this, and I'm rooting, like I said, I'm rooting for Patrick Wilson. He's never directed a movie, so he's directing and starring, and I always find that interesting when celebrities do that. Michael B. Jordan did a great job just recently with Creed 3. I think he has enough of an understanding to do good. I mean, the dude's been in 2 Insidious, 3 Conjuring movies, so he's got a pretty good understanding for horror and what happens, because he's been the star in all those. And I mean, he's close friends with James Wan, so he probably has all the tools he needs to get tips and pointers, and he's got so much experience on horror sets. So I just think this has the ingredients to really work out and be a crazy return. I just hope that's kind of an ending. I really want this to be like a finishing of the Lambert family. I'm happy we get this closure, but the biggest thing I'm excited for is this guy right here, the lipstick red-faced demon. I've always been curious about him. I know some people think he's goofy, but for me, he gets under my skin. I find him scary, and I think like he's gonna be the main villain in this. It's called the Red Door. That's where he lies beneath. He's always in there. So I think this is finally gonna be like him being defeated, and maybe we'll get answers of who he really is, what he is. I've always found him so interesting, and he was really the main villain of the first one, but he's just kind of been sprinkled in the other ones, or hinted to. We've never gotten closure with him, so that's the main thing I want, is to really hammer home that this guy is an iconic horror villain and give him his due. Can't lie, guys, I'm so jazzed for this. July is going to be epic. We're getting this and Oppenheimer. I'm going to freak out in the theater both nights. I'm seeing those. And Barbie. The original Insidious came out in the summer and was kind of a surprise hit back in 2010. So they're doing it again with this one, just paying so much tribute for the OG fans. Let me know your ranking of the first 4 Insidious movies in the comments as well. I'm really curious. And obviously, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's the Jay Shrey Way. See you next time.